I was waiting for the group H because yes, we are technically the last group, but we play Zenit away on Wednesday, and that'll be interesting because again, coming back after that loss against West Ham United, as in we have to definitely go strong and show. And for me, if you really ask me, as a Chelsea fan, we need this win. This is a must win. I know we were great against Juventus, but we have to top the group because Champions League. Maybe I'm changing stance, but for me, still Champions League is our best chance to actually win a major trophy. Again, we are in the reckoning for EPL, but it'll be much tougher. Like that's just me, calling it out. But for me, like I'll just throw it out there in terms of basic stuff. I think Zenit they play what a 4-5-1, and I think that's something great. But Juventus are playing Malmo. Like again, Malmo along with Besiktas have disappointed, and I can see them basically not kind of turning up and Juventus winning. So that's the reason I said it's a must win. But I know Usman Bhai, you have to go. But before you go and before we get into details, I'll just take a quick prediction from you for the Chelsea game, which we viewers would like to know. But do you think we should be able to qualify as toppers, right?
Yes, definitely. I think that Juventus game at home was basically it. I expect Chelsea to win it, and I think it would be huge for Chelsea because we should always remember that जो टीम टॉप करती है उसको ज्यादा चांसेस होते हैं कि आगे जाके इजी फिक्चर्स मिले. So I think again Juventus को क्रेडिट जाता है वो होम पे ऊपर जीते थे, but again Chelsea were the better team. उन्होंने अपने चांसेस नहीं लिए थे Chelsea ने. तो I expect Chelsea to top the group और definitely it will be huge. और स्पेशली कंसिडरिंग द चैंपियंस लीग के ओपोनेंट्स जो हैं ऑब्वियसली नॉकआउट्स आसान नहीं होते, लेकिन यू स्टिल डोंट वांट टू प्ले बायर्न, मैनचेस्टर सिटी या इस तरह की टीम्स अप फ्रंट आप नहीं खेलना चाहते उनसे. तो या आई थिंक चेल्सी डेफिनेटली टॉपिंग दिस ग्रुप.
Yeah, so let's go with that, and of course we'll come to details, but we have to first say Uthman bhai, thanks a lot. Of course, and anyone watching, do check out the channel because yes, he covers a lot of stuff like we said earlier, and we'll get to more details. But we have to definitely give the platform to Uthman bhai. Uthman bhai, anything about the channel, anything that you would like to talk, final words, anything, go ahead.
Just daily football madness. We discuss football on the channel and trying to build the football community. And yeah, that's it. And I really enjoyed it with Fateh and you. So I'm really looking forward to come again on your channel.
Absolutely, and again, we would love for you to come back soon, and hopefully this continues a lot more. And but thanks, and everyone, please do subscribe to Daily Football Madness, and we'll see Usman bhai very soon. Take care.
Thank you. Take care, guys. Thank you so much.
Okay, so Usman bhai had to go. Definitely, he has another stream, and of course, as we say that we have TFFT here. Good stream, yes. Thanks a lot, and hopefully you stay because we are coming into a lot more details. And hopefully, Fateh, you do have a few more minutes because we are definitely to discuss certain things which are left in terms of clipping you like I mentioned right earlier. But yes, getting into details of Chelsea, like we'll talk about Zenit. Now they play a 4-5-1 like I said, but I think if I'm not wrong, their main players were the wingers, Claudinho and I think it was Malcolm. They are the danger players in terms of the game, and of course they are playing at home, so they will know kind of their pitch very well. So we'll have to be wary of that, and of course that defender Rakitsky, I think is a Russian legend. I would say he's played about 100 European ties, so you know what's there, right? In terms of defense, they're not too bad. So I can certainly see him playing, and of course Zuba, another Russian legend, who's I think he's the highest scorer in terms of Russians that we are talking about, right? That itself kind of makes us in a situation where we may need to play definitely a top team despite missing N'Golo Kante. We are going to be missing, as I understand, Alonso, Havertz, who went off injured as well, and Kovacic. I don't see them starting for sure at the least, right? May not even feature. So considering that, let me actually share my screen quickly, and I want the chat to basically let me know whether they agree with this strategy or not. So definitely in terms of the setup, I don't see much changes, but Tinkerman and Tuchel definitely will make changes in terms of kind of players that he plays, right? That's something that we always know that Tinkerman and Tuchel does. Hopefully he'll get it right this time around and they turn up. Mount had a brilliant game. I wouldn't drop him for anyone. Ziyech, he's just about looking in form, so I would continue with him. Lukaku needs more game time. Even if Havertz was fit, I would have asked Lukaku to start this game, and he scored that one goal against Zenit in that first leg of that Azpilicueta cross, so he'll play. Left wing back, I think to cover for Alonso, for me, Hudson-Odoi comes in because of the fact that we need to get 3 points. And I think instead of playing Azpilicueta as left wing back, I'll go with an attacking left wing back and take that risk. Reece James is probably the right wing back of basically Europe right now, if I may say so. Loftus-Cheek and Saul. Yes, that might be a little bit surprising to you all. Again, people in the chat, do let me know if you agree with this or not. For me, Jorginho supposedly is playing with a hip problem, and we are getting into really the business end of this festive period. So we don't want to get Jorginho injured as well. We don't know about Kante yet. So I would actually play Loftus-Cheek, who had a decent game, not a very bad game, I would say, against West Ham United. Saul, because Europe is where he probably have a little bit more confidence compared to English Premier League, and we can probably make use of him more. Just give him confidence. I think that's what we need, and I think hopefully that one game with Loftus-Cheek would have given him some experience playing with him. So I would actually continue with him, or rather get Saul back instead of Jorginho. Yes, Malang Sarr at left centre back. Rudiger needs a rest at some point. And I was going through the fixtures, the Leeds and whatnot, Everton of the likes that we have. Premier League is not the place where I would risk Sarr. I would actually risk him in Europe. And he has played with Porto last season in Europe. So why not risk him here? And next to him, that is why I have experience of Thiago Silva and Christensen, because I think Christensen with those attackers that I mentioned about, Zenit is probably better off compared to Azpilicueta, considering the pace and of course the strength as well. And Kepa.
Are you serious?
Of course, yeah. Kepa, that's a huge shout because Mendy, let's be honest, he had something going off in the last game, and Tuchel admitted that yes, he is not that confident. Yes, we don't want to drop him, but just give him a break. Kepa has been doing well anyway when he's come, so why not try him in this game and get Mendy back for the next Premier League game? But I don't know, like, what do you think, Fateh, about this team? And of course, people in chat.
I think you have to play your best team. Getting that top spot is so important because the way the draw is made. If Chelsea finish second, Man City, Liverpool, and Man U they've already cemented their top spots. So the teams that you'll play in the next round will be somebody like Bayern or somebody like Real Madrid. Those are massive games, and you never know. So I think you should play your best team. I don't agree about bringing Kepa in here because that will also hurt Mendy's confidence. I think he made an error. I think he needs to start this game. Give him that confidence. And I think the way Chelsea played in the first game against Zenit, I think they'll have too much for Zenit. I think Chelsea can win this. So I think it's important that Mendy is in the mix of things, gets a victory, so that he doesn't lose his confidence, because I think dropping him now will really, really hurt him. So I think he should start. And other than that, yes, I think you do have injuries. I'm happy that Lukaku's back. Lukaku needs to score. I want him to succeed. So yeah, I think overall, I think Chelsea will win a hard-fought 2-1 win, something like that.
Great to hear. I hope that's true. So yes, you heard it there. Again, get in your kind of call in terms of the team, and yes, it'd be interesting to see simply put, like what really happens in this game, because we need that momentum back that we had just a couple of weeks ago. We really need that, and just the confidence. And I kind of hear you in terms of not making too many changes, but Tuchel, we know that he does make changes, especially for Champions League. Talking about the group H again, Juventus, I know they'll easily walk over Malmo is what I'm expecting, but Fateh, in the league, in the Serie A, they are what, 7th? If I'm not wrong, yes, they are 7th, right? And Allegri, has anything improved from the last time we met? I think it's been over a month, right? But do you see any improvements in Juventus? Do you see him getting the sack? What do you really see?
No, I think Juventus don't have the money to sack him. He's on a very good contract, so I think sacking him will not be there. They've got a young squad, like I mentioned last time too. They've got these players who probably aren't ready just yet. I mean, I know they're experienced. Chiesa, De Ligt, Locatelli, McKennie. These players. It's a team that's being built for the future, and I think they trust Allegri. I know that they've been struggling in the league. There've been some very bad performances. They don't really have that dangerous striker up front. I mean, so many fans blame Cristiano Ronaldo, but since he's gone, even that threat is gone. So I think they need to get a proper striker, and I think they will trust Allegri. They did do well in the first game, against the European champions. Obviously, I think nobody expected them to lose 4-0, but then Chelsea were just so good that night. I mean, the kind of goals, the kind of technical goals that Chelsea scored, it was vintage European champion stuff. So I don't think Allegri's job is under pressure. I think he's still a very good manager. Juventus will take time, but it's the Juve way. I mean, they do get the job done. So I think they'll beat Malmo. and that is why I said, Chelsea need to win the game. They need to play their best team, and I think Juve will even finish in the top four in Serie A. I think they'll probably have one or two signings in Jan, and I think they are that sort of team that even though they may not be pleasing on the ice, they'll get the job done.
A lot of permutations and combinations that we looked at, and of course, let's hope for the best. It'll be interesting match day for sure, to say the least. And I'm certainly expecting Chelsea to kind of win it easily.
Yeah.
But again, funnier things have happened, and again, we all remember that Barkley's penalty that I go back to on multiple streams against Valencia, and such kind of moments do happen. So I'm hoping Tuchel and the team are kind of having their head right, and I think, yeah, you're right. And then if we kind of put our foot down, we should beat Zenit.